Welcome back to the vlog, and we are just leaving Don Pio's. Unfortunately today we were not able to have a beer because as it was explained to us, there's an election going on and alcohol sales aren't allowed on election day. So Coke it was, 2 good Diet Cokes, and they were quite tasty, so just as good as beer. We'll come by and have beer another day, and I hope they have a free, democratic and fair election. So off we go. I think we're going to head down Mud Alley now to make our way down to the beach, and hopefully we're going to visit El Cortecito and do a little update on El Cortecito, because it's seen a bit of a spell of bad weather about 2 weeks ago, and we saw a lot more beach erosion happen. We saw some trees coming down, we saw some trees removed, we saw a wall removed. Big changes in El Cortecito. So yeah, let's go check it out, and we'll have an update. So we're gonna head down Mud Row to that little street that leads up to the beach, and once we get there we're going to do an update on what the beach looks like now and what El Cortecito looks like and where we think El Cortecito, what lies ahead for it. So we'll catch you when we get there. Quieter than usual today on Mud Alley. Usually this is quite an active street, a lot of vehicles going back and forth, and today not much, pretty quiet. And as you can see, a lot of new buildings going up here. Beautiful condo buildings, modern, you know, it's really booming here. I've said that before, and yeah. And the one thing, I walked down here with some people who are work in the electrical engineering business, and they were having a look at this up here. And they were just amazed by what they were seeing, that these poles are so busy. It's something else. So now we're just going to cross over here. And we mentioned this store before, it's quite nice. And a whole bunch of nice gift shops over here. And a bubble tea shop, and oh, look at this. This is even new. This is a fashion boutique. Look at this. Okay. Wow, I tell you, a lot of commercial development going on this street. And now we're coming up on the Riviera. And the Riviera, as I've mentioned before, is a beautiful bed and breakfast. If you're looking for somewhere to stay in Punta Cana, I'm just gonna show you the sign here. I can't recommend this place enough. And every Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, we've got live music. They've got a great breakfast here and traditional Polish food. And I gotta tell you, the pierogies here are out of this world. If you enjoy pierogies, you definitely want to come have dinner at Riviera. You'll be thoroughly impressed. And may I add, their cheeseburger is actually very good. Prices really reasonable. So come check out the Riviera if you're in town. Okay, so we're now coming to the end of Mud Row and heading towards the beach. Now, I call this Mud Road just because I don't know the name of the road, but when it rains, this area all turns to slop, so I don't think that's an official name. It isn't, so don't look for a street sign that says that. You won't find one. Look how beautiful Punta Cana looks today. Just absolutely breathtaking. Ah. There's no words to describe how beautiful Punta Cana is. The water, look at this. Lots of people on the beach today. Very busy in Punta Cana. And you're looking at the beautiful pier at Impressive Resort. And Impressive is very busy this year as well. So it's a popular resort. As you can see, As you can see, as we approach Impressive, a lot of people enjoying the ocean today, a lot of people swimming. It's a beautiful warm day, 30 degrees. And we're approaching the peak season here in Punta Cana. So yeah, a lot of people. The beach is quite crowded today. And look at this beautiful pier at Impressive Resort. Just gorgeous. A beautiful structure they built here. Unfortunately, it's not open to the public. You must be a guest of Impressive Resort to enjoy the pier. But you certainly can enjoy the view from the beach, and it is quite nice. Okay, we're now approaching the infamous Great Wall of Punta Cana, which is now half a wall because it came down a few days ago. You have to see my previous video for how that happened. It's quite incredible. So here we are, as we can see. A lot of progress going on here. We have a big pile of rubble, and hey, let's have a contest. How long before that's removed? Let us know in the comments section what you think. As you can see, there's only half the wall left. It's still kind of leaning, so it's still a hazard, but maybe not as much. Its center of gravity has been cut in half. And now we'll look at it from the other side. Yeah, you know, still a hazard, but probably not as much of a hazard as it was. And as you can see here, a lot of beach mitigation going on. I don't know what I can say. You know, you can't fight Mother Nature. And when the tide is high here, it's very hazardous to get through. Kind of, you know, one of the nice things about the beach in Punta Cana is it was always continuous. So you can go for a walk for kilometers on end on the beach, and that's one of the big attractions of the Bavaro Beach, is that you can walk forever on it. And this kind of, you know, destroys that, because at high tide you no longer can get through here. I'm not sure if the resort would let you walk up on its shores if you're not a guest of the resort. Maybe they will. I don't know. I don't know what the situation is there. So yeah, I don't know what you do about this. I have to say, hats off to the staff of this resort. They do take public safety seriously, and they have brought down a few trees that were causing issues that were, you know, seemed like they were imminently going to fall because the root system was so compromised. And you see an example of that right here. So this tree was obviously compromised, so they took the root system out. Vista del Sol is the resort, and look, they did just a few days ago, took some trees out here, beautiful big trees, but they had to come down. As you can see, the root system completely exposed. These trees can come down at any time. I suspect this one up here won't be far behind. And yeah, so hats off to them for doing that. And as you can see, a lot of beach erosion mitigation going on at Vista del Sol. But I don't know if you can, as I said, fight Mother Nature. It might not be possible sooner or later, but hopefully, you know, at some point the beach erosion will reach a threshold where it won't go any further, and then they can start, you know, cleaning this up and returning the beachfront here to its former glory. Not impossible. Here, another look at the root system here. This is a tree they just brought down. There's a few of them they brought down here, so good for them for doing that. So now we're going to head into El Cortecito and talk about what's going on there, because yeah, El Cortecito is also seeing its fair share of challenges with beach erosion, and we're going to do a little update from in town and talk about, I don't know, what's going to happen to El Cortecito and its waterfront. Are those buildings all going to come down? How much longer can they subside? I don't know, but we'll have a conversation about it, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, so now we're at the beautiful 365 bar on the shores of Bavaro Beach. A lot of people out today enjoying drinks and the beautiful scenery. and we are going to be heading into El Cortecito. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of a different approach today. We are going to walk through the 365 bar and head on this boardwalk. And now this will take us right into town, into El Cortecito. So I have a little walk in town, show you around, and do some commentary while we do it in terms of what our concerns are for El Cortecito and its future. Now, here's the thing. Inside El Cortecito, now, I used to come here 20 years ago, and it was so quaint. It was beautiful buildings and flower baskets on the windows, very colonial, had a real Spanish flair to it. And now, it's a tale of two cities, because if you look at this side, it's actually quite nice and modern and nice condos. And on this side, well, not so much. You've got a lot of businesses here, and I'm very concerned for them because the beach erosion is really taking a toll on the infrastructure of these buildings. So you almost have to ask yourself at which point these buildings should come down and just open this all up so we get a beautiful view of the ocean, maybe a nice boardwalk and cafes. But that would require significant infrastructure investment, and that's not something that tends to happen a lot. And Punta Cana seems to be really focused on the resorts and the resort experiences, but not so much on the condominium and beachside town experiences. So I don't know what's going to happen. The other thing is, if you do demolish these buildings, you have to offer compensation to the businesses. You have to help them rebuild possibly on the other side of the street, to help them move back. Yeah, it's a complicated situation. It really, really is. And look at these wires just hanging down here. Oh my. Yeah, so how do you handle this? I don't know. But you know, like I'm looking at these beautiful shops here. Yeah, and this would make a beautiful boardwalk. It would make for a nice tourist area. So definitely there's potential for it to come back. There's room here to move these businesses on the opposite side of the street. And maybe that's part of the solution, provide government funding to relocate these businesses across the street. I don't know. It's a lot of things to consider. Now, I'm going to go down this end of El Cortecito. Here it's more developed. This is where you've got a few really good restaurants. I have to mention Anos. If you haven't been to Anos, go for the fajita night, go for their taco night. It's absolutely incredible. Really worth it. And there's nice gift shops here. And the artisan market, we're going to be walking through that in a second, is really worth visiting. So, yeah, this is El Cortecito. And here is Anos. Anos is such a good restaurant. It's delicious. I strongly recommend coming here. Now we're going to go down the street here, and as you can see, there's restaurants here, there's a pharmacy, all kinds of stuff here. So it has potential. There's issues at the waterfront, no doubt, and but there's also a lot of potential for redevelopment and bringing this back to its former glory, a beautiful little tourist town that even people who stay in resorts would enjoy visiting. And there's already, as I said, a pharmacy, there's a general store, there's a barber shop, you know. And here I am, I'm walking at about 11 o'clock on election day. So the bars are all closed. As I mentioned earlier, you cannot buy alcohol today. You can still get alcohol on the resorts, but you cannot get any alcohol off resort today. And I thought that was kind of strange, because I can understand if they don't want voters drinking, but I'm not sure why they don't want tourists drinking. I think maybe they have an exception for tourists. I'm not sure why there isn't, but so be it. And now we're going to go down. As you can see, all the bars are closed. Everything is shuttered up. Yeah, not much going on. But the artisan market is open, and look how beautiful this is. So this is somewhere you have to visit. Hello, how are you? And as I said, the Dominican people are so friendly. You know, I always hear people, oh, you know, you should never go off resort, and you know, it's dangerous, and nothing could be further from the truth. The Dominican people are friendly, they're welcoming, they're some of the nicest. You know what, I'd even go as far as saying that I don't know which country you could visit and find a more welcoming population. It's that, you feel that welcome here. Do you feel threatened? Not one iota. Listen, I've been walking around Punta Cana for 20 years. I've never had a single incident off resort, not once. So it is extremely, extremely safe. So always feel secure walking in Punta Cana. It's beautiful. How are you?
Hi, fine.
You see what I mean? Everybody is just you just feel welcome. I'm seeing a lot of these really bright red shirts in Punta Cana, and I was wondering where everybody was getting them, and I think it's probably in this marketplace. So as you can see, El Cortecito still has a lot to offer. This artisan market alone is worth coming to. Yeah, the city is seeing its share of infrastructure issues, and the southern portion of this street certainly can use revitalization, but it's not a lost cause by any stretch. There is still a lot of possibility here. So now we're heading back to the ocean. Why is everything so loud in the Dominican Republic? If there's one thing I would change about this country is turn the volume down by 50% everywhere. Everything's way, way too loud. That's something that really is annoying for tourists. And here we go. Look how beautiful the beach is. Have a good look at, oh, these beautiful blue waters. Just simply paradise on earth. And these are the gift shops that I'm concerned about that are going to be affected by the erosion. And these are people's livelihood. So yeah, I hope somehow the government can help these businesses relocate or offer some kind of financial support, because it won't be long before Mother Nature comes after these businesses, and that would be a very sad thing. So that's it for today's vlog. Thank you for watching. Wow, what a day today. It's election day, and it's kind of quieter than usual. There's not that vibe, but the beach is very crowded, a lot of tourists. Everything is cool. As you can see, beautiful blue waters. You got to come to Punta Cana. So that's it for today. Smash that like button, hit that like button, and whatever you do, if you want to help me out, please hit the subscribe button. I need 200 more subscribers, and I hope you're going to be one of them. Catch you in the next vlog.